Hi, this is Christine with Search in the City. I am the owner of Search in the City, which is a small business here in the Triangle of North Carolina. And we are going to be talking all things Comfort Monster Family Scavenger Hunt. So if you have been seeing things about that, um, you should stay tuned to this Facebook Live and find out not all the information. We actually have three focuses today. So, the focuses of today's Facebook Live is first of all, we're going to go over prizes a little bit more. Second, we're going to go over how you pick up your totem and how you can do our pre challenge challenges before the hunt actually even starts on May 1st. And the third thing we're going to go over are questions we've gotten from you about the hunt. So let's dive into the prizes. So, our first place prize for the hunt is a week long trip to Turks and Caicos at the Harbor Rock Villa. And this is a week long stay. Airfare is not included, but I will tell you the worth, excuse me, the worth of this trip is around $5,500. So you get a week long stay in this beautiful villa. You get to use the Wrangler Jeep, and you get to ride around town and discover the island. And it has a pool, it has an infinity pool. So just a really relaxing vacation after this week long or year long. I wish it was a week long, year long of hibernation. So that is first place prize if you win. Second place prize is a $500 airfare stipend to anywhere you want to go. So that is second place. And then third through 25th place is a collection of prizes that have been donated by our sponsors. So thank you so much from our sponsors. We're going to have a post later today listing all of our sponsors again because we actually have gotten some new ones since we posted about that sometime earlier this weekend. So I just wanted to share a few of those. So, and the prizes total up to 2,000 or over $2,500 in worth, just the donations, not including the first and second place prize. So some of those prizes, I'm going to show you a few because I have some behind me. We have from Learning Express, uh, we have this scooter. So there we go. This scooter is worth, I believe, $140 in worth. So this could be yours if you end up winning one of the 3rd through 25th spots in our hunt. Another prize that we got from Holly Springs Farmers Market, we got a basket full of goodies from their vendors from the farmers market. Lots of good stuff in there. I believe this is worth around $250 worth of things. So you could win that prize. And you could also win vouchers. One voucher is for a week long half day camp of art camp, and another one is a week long half day camp to Mad Science camp. So, and there's a lot more. Like I said, the donations were over $2,500. So we are really excited about that. Thank you to all of our sponsors. You are amazing. So that's what we wanted to say about the prizes. And of course, if you have any questions, follow-up questions about the prizes, please feel free to comment below. So let's move on to the totem pickup. So totem pickup starts next week, Tuesday, April 27th, and goes to Friday, April 30th. And actually, not to overcomplicate things, but it'll also be open a few hours the morning of the hunt in case you just haven't gotten a chance to pick one up. So it'll be like the first 2 hours of the hunt, I believe. So you'll get kind of a late start, but you can still participate if you just haven't gotten a chance to come by. And the totem pickup is going to be at the Comfort Monster Heating and Air headquarters, which is at 4509 Creedmoor Road, Raleigh. It's near Crabtree Mall. So you can GPS that, and I'll put the address and the link in the comments below after the video, and then you'll know where to pick up your totem. And the totem's just a way for us to know that you didn't just use old pictures and video, you just happened to be in the right spot, 3 years ago. And so we want to make sure you're doing it the day of the hunt, so no one gets an unfair advantage. So you'll pick up your totem, and you'll need the totem for most challenges, really just most of the photos and video challenges. And we'll also get you set up with the app we're using. We're using an app called Scavify, and that app is going to help us be really organized for the hunt and make it very easy on your part, easy on our part to grade everything. So we're going to use that, and at the totem pickup, we'll give you, it's a password. The app is not password protected, but our specific hunt on the app is. So we'll give you the password for that so that you can get into there. And another advantage of picking up your totem early is that you will get a chance to do our pre-challenge challenges. These are going to be challenges to get you used to using the app, but also will earn you points for your team already. So you already go into the gate May 1st with bonus points if you do those. So that is all happening next week, Tuesday, April 27th through Friday, May 30th. And then you can also pick up your totem Saturday morning if you hadn't gotten a chance to. So that's a lot there. So again, if you have any questions about that, you can comment below. Now, speaking of questions, we want to go over some of the questions we've gotten from you. So our first question was people who are mobility impaired, is this hunt friendly to them? So the answer is most tasks are friendly to those people who are mobility impaired. There's usually parking spots that are dedicated to people who have a mobility impairment, and most of the tasks are on paved ground. But I will say there are maybe 3 that the parking is a little more difficult, and that the area is gravel or wooded. So there are going to be a few that are not as friendly. But here's the thing about that is that this is not a scavenger hunt where you have to complete number 1 to go to number 2 to go to number 3, etc. This is, you get most of the task list not Monday morning. Ugh, I not want to do a scavenger hunt Monday morning. You get it on Saturday morning, and you'll get most of the list of things to do, and then you decide what you want to do. So you don't have to do everything. You can pick and choose. They'll all be worth points. So you can decide, okay, I want to do this 300-point thing. Maybe I don't want to do this 100-point thing. Maybe I want to just hit all the big number point ones and skip those. Or maybe you're going to try to do every single thing, and that's fine too. Speaking of, the next question is it based on points or who finishes first? So yes, it's based on points. It's not about if you finish everything by 2 p.m. doesn't mean you are the winner, because Search in the City and Comfort Monster are going to be going through your submissions, and we may delete submissions if they're incorrect. We may flag submissions to give you a do-over if we think you were close, but you just didn't make it exactly. Maybe you forgot your totem. So it's not who finishes first, it's based on points. And if there is a tie for any places, we are going to use a wheel to break those ties. Another question was, can you start late? Yes, you can start late on Saturday, but you do need to have your totem picked up by Saturday May 1st by 11 a.m. So you can pick it up the week before. That's totally fine. But if you want to, if you're, let's say, getting off work at 3 p.m. and you just want to try it out for 2 hours, that's totally fine. And plus, you have those pre challenge challenges. So if you did those, then you will already have some points too, already for your team. So, yes, you can start late. It's totally up to you. Um, it does end at 5 though, so that's a hard stop at 5 p.m. How are points scored? So it depends on the task. Some tasks are a little more involved and a little more challenging, and so those will get more points. And some are not as challenging and will not be scored as such. For example, there are some tasks that you could do in any location you wanted to. You could even do them at home. And so those are going to be less points because you don't have to go anywhere specific. Places where you have to figure out where to go, and then you have to go to that specific place, and then maybe you have to do something challenging there. Those are going to be worth more points. And that was my last question I've gotten. So, again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment below. We would love to answer them and make sure that you got everything that you possibly want to know. Uh, please register your team. I will put a link in the comments to that after the video. So make sure to sign up your team. That way you are good to go because we're going to send out an email this Friday, so in just a few days, of like how to pick up your totem and frequently asked questions and just like a whole kind of little pack for you so you know what's going on. But we're only sending that to people who have registered their team, so make sure to do that before this Friday. I mean, you can do it afterwards, but again, to be like already in first place. So again, let's see, and make sure also to RSVP to the Facebook event. I'm going to put a link in the comments to that I'm posting regularly about logistic things, about prizes, about our sponsors. So make sure to RSVP to that. Share it with your friends so we can get the word out there and have a really awesome hunt. And in closing, so the next Facebook Live is supposed to be next Wednesday, the 28th at 11 a.m. However, I'm going to be at Totem Pickup, and I think it's going to be a little too much. So maybe if we have like a lull in picking up, maybe I'll do a special Facebook Live at the Totem Pickup, just like really briefly, just being like, here we are, so you can see where we are at. But no promises on that one. So this may be the last one until after the hunt is done, perhaps. So thank you for tuning in, and cheers.